There really is a star system in the NBA, and we have the biggest star on planet Earth, Michael Jordan.
Way to go, Mike!
And as for Chicago, well, these are the people for whom the word fanatic was coined.
Over here, I've got Wheaties boxes with Michael Jordan on them.
The real men wear red, and they do. They're really real men.
Tonight, the Bulls, the fans, the record.
This is ABC News Nightline. Reporting from Washington, Ted Koppel.
So the Milwaukee Bucks are now a part of basketball history. Give them their due, they did not go easily into the record book. Indeed, it wasn't until the last minute of play after a game in which the Bucks led most of the way that Milwaukee finally took its grudging place as the answer to the trivia question that sports fans will be asking years from now. Whom did the Chicago Bulls defeat to become the first team in NBA history to win 70 games in one season? No one is likely to remember for long, but in fairness, it should be pointed out that this was one of the year's tougher victories for the Bulls. Statistically, it shouldn't have been. The Bucks have a record of only 24 wins against 54 losses this season. Actually, 55 losses after tonight. The Bulls, by contrast, have lost only 9 games all year, as close to a perfect season as any NBA team has ever known. And now, what is likely to be a record for the ages. 70 wins with 3 games yet to play in the regular season. As Nightline correspondent Dave Marish reports, Chicago has been sky high waiting for this moment.
As dawn broke over Chicago today, the very air was full of Bulls mania.
We are so excited about the Bulls season. Every game is an event at our house.
If they don't win the ring, it doesn't mean a thing.
I think they're going to blow them away tonight, and I really think they're going to go all the way, and they're not going to lose another game.
Bulls are going to kill them.
Outside Milwaukee's Bradley Center tonight, Bulls fans professed a certain air of confidence.
We're going to go tonight to 70 games. We followed these guys to Orlando. We come up to here.
This man has been following the Bulls all across the country. This one only drove up tonight the 90 miles from Chicago.
It's not a long way to drive for history, is it?
I think it'll be something that we'll treasure forever.
The way the NBA works, Michael Jordan and his teammates could treasure this win until, say, Thursday. That's when they play again at home. But before there could be any treasuring, there had to be the winning itself. And despite an early game classic Jordan to Pippen fast break jam, this win wouldn't come easily. The Bulls couldn't shoot, didn't defend, and most uncharacteristically showed no patience. Only a last-second dunk by Dennis Rodman brought the Bulls back to within 9 points at halftime. The second half is when the Bulls you barely heard of took over. In the third period, Luke Longley, the Australian center, hit 5 baskets and corralled 5 rebounds. Then in the fourth period, it was veteran guard Ron Harper, whose back-to-back baskets capped by a three-pointer that tied the game at 72. Then Steve Kerr, who specializes in long shots, bagged a pair, and the Bulls were up. Defense was the story the rest of the way. Bucks guard Sherman Douglas forced Michael into a rare 10-second violation, but the Bulls wouldn't fold. When Michael stuffed the last Buck shot with 13 seconds left, and Kerr sank the foul shots, it was over. Air Jordan was almost out of breath.
Milwaukee came out with nothing to lose and played extremely well, and we did all we could to try to get back in the ballgame to win the game.
Are you glad it's over now that the 70 is a team?
Yeah, I'm glad. And now we can, focus on the playoffs, which is the most important thing right now. I think we know we got to start from scratch on April 26th and get ourselves ready.
Well, I think relief is one of the things that I could say was probably the overwhelming emotion. Just that it's over. I think we had some tired players. We had some guys that played some hard minutes tonight. Michael was under duress with a double, triple teaming. Johnny Newman did a good job on him. And, that kind of a game is an energy sapper.
Now the Bulls have 3 more, quote, meaningless games to play before the playoffs begin. But you know, Ted, the real beauty of this team and the essence of the record they set tonight is that they play no, quote, meaningless games. In a league which often treats the regular season like that cheesy cheese and crackers table that precedes the big banquet, the playoffs, they've made the regular season count, and count in the record books tonight.
And that last game, Dave, really was amazing. I think if someone had come to that game without knowing anything about either team, without knowing anything about the record, and had just looked at the two teams for about the first 58 minutes, you would have been excused for believing that the Bucks were the better team.
Yeah, the Bucks are a franchise where the coach general manager is supposed to be on his last legs. They've lost twice as many as they've won. But as they say, on any given night, and tonight was quite a night, the Bucks gave the Bulls all they could possibly handle.
And just give us a sense of what it was like there in Milwaukee, which, as you've pointed out, is quite close to Chicago. Almost as many Chicago fans, I gather, as Milwaukee fans.
I guessed if you polled the delegation in the building tonight that the Bulls would have had a majority of the fans here. I think everybody felt both teams acquitted themselves really well, and they saw a great ball game that they'll remember for reasons other than the record book.
Dave Marish, thanks very much. The word fan, as we all know, is an abbreviation for the word fanatic. When we come back, the Chicago Bulls through the eyes of some very devoted fans.
This is ABC News Nightline, brought to you by the all-new Ford Windstar.
There are definite reasons we created Ford Windstar to be the only minivan with available all-speed traction control and four-wheel anti-lock disc brakes. Reasons it has a wide stance for secure handling and also meets 1998 federal passenger car safety standards. We'd like to show you one more reason, but it's still a month or so away. Introducing the 1996 Ford Windstar, created for the most important people in the world.
Go to the center part of your house.
Nothing else in nature can match its raw power.
Everybody underground now!
On May 10th,
Right!
the producers of Jurassic Park and the director of Speed bring you face to face with Twister.
Where's my truck?
Starts Friday, May 10th.
Wednesday, a primetime exclusive. He's the suspected Unabomber, and he's been his closest friend in the mountains of Montana for 20 years. Now he talks only to Brian Ross.
Was there anybody who knows him any better than you?
Primetime gets it done Wednesday.
When one chemical company starts cleaning up its act, that's good. When 2 chemical companies do it, that's better. And when 200 companies get together, they can make a real difference. The members and partners of the Chemical Manufacturers Association make 90% of America's chemicals. And they're making some changes to make a difference for all of us.
Wouldn't it be nice to really get away? At Southwest Airlines, we think everyone should. So we created take-along fares. One person buys a full unrestricted fare on a non-stop flight, and up to 3 more can come along for just $25 each way.
On vacation again?
So make some real plans with Southwest take-along fares.
This year's Chicago Bulls squad just may go down as the greatest team of all time. They arguably have the greatest players, certainly one of the greatest coaches of all time. And when it comes to Chicago's fans, well, there's very little argument. Here again, Nightline's Dave Marish.
My name is Gene Sisco. I'm 50 years old. I am a movie fan, a movie critic. But my secret passion, and actually I guess it's not such a secret, is the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, look at how pretty. You know that's gone.
It's no secret. Siskel's passion is as widely shared as the winds that blow across the city of Chicago. From big Bulls balloons to even bigger Bulls basketballs, to the huge murals devoted to the best Bulls players. The whole Windy City is reading, writing, and declaiming its devotion to its team.
Milwaukee, they will be the 70th victim. That's the night that the Bulls will win.
The Chicago Bulls have had the NBA record for wins in their sights for weeks.
67 tonight.
Each new victory has been as gratifying to its fans.
Oh, I love the Bulls.
As it was inevitable to their opponents.
Even if we played, 100% tonight, there's still a chance that we could lose this game.
Armin Gilliam had that right. His Nets played hard last Thursday, but barely stayed in the ballgame. The Bulls mopped up the Meadowlands with them before heading home for another game the next night.
We're just taking a game by game. Anything can happen, I'm not going to jump ahead of myself. We're at 67 with, 6 games left?
Yes, they started and they begin. They're on the way to 70 wins. Gotta say it like this. Yes, it's for tonight. They're whipping Philadelphia.
We are known the world over. Wherever you go, they know the Bulls, and it's an inspiration to us. The players have been role models for our children.
Emily McIntosh is 84 and has season tickets, but she still makes it a point to get to the United Center early.
Every time we go to the stadium, we run to be in the first 10,000 to get a giveaway. I have about between 200 and 300 items on my shelf.
And I watch him on defense. We never get to see in the highlight films of defense. Watch his eyes. Look.
Gene Siskel's passion is his Bulls, but his prize is his front row seat at the United Center.
Yeah. You're right there, and you sit close. The best seats in basketball are the best seats in all of sports.
Here we go. The tongue is out. Yeah!
One similarity between movies and basketball is stars. And we have the biggest star on planet Earth in Michael Jordan.
That is the greatest thrill that you can have, to see Air Jordan slam dunk that ball, a one-hand dunk. You just feel lifted out of your seat. Oh, what a thrill it gives you. You're just so happy you don't know what to do.
Yeah! All right.
I'm just one of those loudmouth fans. I let the opposing team know what I'm feeling. I am so intense, and I don't know where it comes from. It's juvenile sometimes for an old man like me to get carried away like that.
Not too far from Siskel sits Elmer Hayes, a Bulls fan for 27 years.
Yes! Yes!
Hayes runs the family glass business, now in its second century.
This picture was taken about 1894.
His memories are filled with old Bulls like Tom Boerwinkle and Jerry Sloan, contenders but never champions. But his eyes fill every night of the basketball year with Michael Jordan.
I just sit there in amazement. Every time I see him, I see another move that I didn't see before. He, of course, to me, is the most outstanding basketball player I've ever seen.
But Michael, as any Bulls fan can tell you, is only the beginning. There is Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, the three-point shooting of Steve Kerr, and the intimidating defense that requires all 5 men to play as one. And there's the director of all of the above, the Zen coach, Phil Jackson.
They have a wonderful team. They can do everything. They play as defense as well as any team. They pass the ball as well as any team. They're very unselfish.
Jim Schwartz spends his days battling for position on the floor of the Chicago Board of Trade.
I trade right in front of George Seals, who was an all-pro lineman for many, many years with the Bears. And, George is a real intense guy who, unintentionally, but many times has knocked me down 2 or 3 steps.
Jim is focused on another NBA championship, not on 70 wins.
It's wonderful. It's history. It's something that no team has ever accomplished, and it would be a wonderful thing, but much of the luster will go off if they don't win the championship.
Friday night made it 68.
We're just going to take one game at a time still and try and remain focused on what the challenge is for Sunday against a team that's hot in Cleveland.
Sunday in Cleveland, the hot Cavaliers are crushed.
Jordan for three.
Michael dominates on offense, and the defense anticipates every Cleveland move.
That's your buddy.
At their home in suburban Romeoville, Rodney and Patty Spurlock lap it up. At the Bulls' house, as the Spurlocks call their home, the big screen is the royal stage, and the throne?
This chair is from the stadium, signed by Bob Love, and it's one of my seats during game time. This is where I'll be sitting. If it was my choice, I'd be sitting on the bench next to them at the end of it, down there just grabbing the towels from them when they're done. I'd be at every game, but financially it's impossible.
But if the Spurlocks can't go to see the Bulls, they've done their best to bring the Bulls home to them.
Well, this is the original Bulls room. This is where it all started at. This is the official warm-up jacket of the Chicago Bulls. We had Michael Jordan signed it. It's one of my most prized possessions. Patty let me put the stuff up in the room behind me, just a little room. And I still had plenty of boxes left, plenty of stuff to put up. So she said I could come out into the living room, which I did. And the ceilings were done. And finally she said, you know, okay, you can keep going.
And when people ask me, you know, like, why did you let him do this? I got involved in collecting the Bull stuff too. I like it. I like decorating. I like the colors. And my kids got involved in it, my friends. I have a different house than anybody else. And I think that's what makes it so great. Nobody has a house like mine.
Here it is, Steve for three. Steve, yes! Yeah!
Sunday brought joy to the Bulls' house. Rodney Spurlock concluded,
we're going to probably win 73 instead of just the 70, which is going to be hard to ever beat. And the fans of Chicago are going to go nuts over this.
When we come back, we'll be joined by our 4 diehard Chicago Bulls fans.
I met this guy, and I didn't say no. Now I have a baby, and I'm 15. Kind of puts an end to your cheerleading days. Waiting for the sitter to show up just so you can go to class? You know who never shows up? The guy who said he'd love me forever. Everyone deserves a chance to be young. I'm sorry I missed mine. I should have told him no.
When was the last time you played in the rain? Let your hair go wild. Flexed your muscles to the world. Stayed up past your bedtime. When was the last time you really had fun in a car? Riviera by Buick. Go ahead, express yourself.
Tomorrow, your computer's supposed to help you get things done, but does it? We'll show you how to get it to do more faster.
That's tomorrow
on Good Morning America.
1 minute, I'm planning a business trip, and a moment later, I'm touring the White House. The internet is such a fantastic research tool. And with LaserQuick's convenient in-store access through Easy Street, their internet partner, I can work smarter and faster. I even have a web page now that LaserQuick designed and posted for me on the World Wide Web. They've made it so easy. Just go to LaserQuick and get on the net. Anyone can do it.
Turn on Channel 2 News this spring.
For stories you want to watch.
Look for bright ideas about keeping your family safe from crime and illuminating reports on how the government spends your tax dollars. You'll be surprised.
Enlightened.
Informed.
It's on your television in the coming weeks, so turn it on.
And turn to Channel 2 News.
If you think a bad tie can ruin a good suit, try a bad dry cleaning. That's why we offer free pressing at the Men's Warehouse. I guarantee it.
12 hours Thursday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Bonded Furniture Liquidators opens the doors to 2 former Smith's Home Furnishings locations, Delta Park in Portland and Park 217 in Tiger, for a wall-to-wall $2 million new furniture liquidation. Warehouses of prime furniture inventory from leading manufacturers like Douglas, Universal, Leonetti, Singer, Klausner, and many more will be offered to the public for immediate sale. Oak roll top desks, leather sofas, hundreds of mattress sets, all sizes. Entertainment centers, bookcases, dining and bedroom sets will be clearly marked and sold Thursday between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. Liquidation being conducted by Bonded Furniture Liquidators Thursday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
And we are joined now by 4 Bulls fans who were featured earlier in Dave Marish's report. Rodney Spurlock and Emily McIntosh join us from Mr. Spurlock's home in Romeoville, Illinois. Jim Schwartz and Gene Siskel join us from the Bradley Center in Milwaukee, the site of tonight's Bulls record-breaking victory. Mr. Spurlock, I hope you'll understand this when I say that I'm emboldened by the fact that you're 1,200 miles away, but all 4 of you could use a little professional help. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, I think we need some kind of help here.
I mean, tell me what else there is in your life but the Bulls. I mean, do you eat, live, breathe? Do you ever do anything other than worry about the Bulls?
Well, not really. My life revolves around the Chicago Bulls schedule. Whatever they're doing is what I'm doing. If it's a game, I'm going to be watching it. If they're not playing that night, then I'm going out looking for more items to purchase.
And what do you do after the season's over? I mean, let's say they win the championship. Are you going to hibernation for the summer?
No, I usually rearrange items on the walls. I take down stuff and paint the walls, try to find other items to put back up.
Let me just ask the cameraman to pan over to Ms. McIntosh there. Ms. McIntosh, I get the feeling that you understand Mr. Spurlock perfectly.
Yes, I do. He is really and truly a Bull fan.
Yeah, I mean, he's a totally rational human being, and so are you, aren't you?
Yes, we are irrational. We love the Bulls, and whatever they do, it's all right with us as long as they win.
I was going to ask you, because you strike me as such an incredibly happy person, at least when the Bulls are winning. What is life like for you? I mean, you have to cast your mind back a year or so when the Bulls are not winning.
I don't remember a year when they really didn't win. But I am a Bull fan. Win, lose, or draw, I'm with them. Makes me happy just to know that I'm with the Bulls.
And talk to me just for a moment about the 70th win tonight. Why is that so important? Explain it to a non-believer like me.
The 70th win is important because the world is looking at us saying they can't do it. The other team said, we won't let them do it. The fans said they will do it. It has brought the attention of the world to us in all kinds of ways. Economically first, that's what we want. Socially, it has helped us. And as the lady said, they have provided such wonderful role models for our children. I'm in education, and I do believe that education should come first. There is life after a Bull career or even an athletic career.
I'm so relieved to hear you say that. Let me just jump over before we run out of time altogether to Milwaukee. Jim Schwartz, I heard you say before that you didn't think the 70 wins are as important as the championship. Explain that to me.
Well, when I say that, the goal of the team is obviously to win the championship, and I think this is truly what's more important to the fans. I would certainly rather see them win 60 games and win the championship than see them win 70 games and not win the championship. So I think when they win the championship, then you look back at the 70 games, it will be a tremendous, tremendous season and a great accomplishment.
Gene Siskel, as one of the country's best-known film critics, you understand something about the nature of fanaticism, entertainment, all of. Sum up for me where and how the Bulls fit into this general madness of people devoting their whole lives to worshiping a team.
Ted, one thing about them, they're a clean, good team. There's a lot of chest thumping. If you watch the commercials, you watch the New York Knicks, you know, Anthony Mason your face, the breast beating and all that, you don't see it with the Bulls. They play basketball beautifully. There's something to believe in that's good. They're PG rated, even with Dennis on the team, and I think that's part of their popularity and why it's okay to worship them. You're worshiping a good thing.
Michael Jordan, after the game, and I heard him in a post-game news conference in which he was putting the 70th win tonight he ranked it about 10th. Then when he was asked to describe what the top 9 were, I think he came up with about 7 or 8, but among them were the 3 previous championships, the 2 gold medals, draft day for him, winning, I guess, when he was at North Carolina. To him, this is not that big a day. Do you actually believe that?
Well, it's incomplete. I don't think he realizes. I think he needs some perspective, just like he has it on those other events. I think if they go 73-9 and really distance themselves from the second-place team, the Lakers with 69, then I think he might be awestruck a couple years later. And if, as Jim mentioned, they put together the championship by mid-June, then we will say that this is one of the most dominant teams, or as dominant as a professional team has ever been in professional sports.
All right, let me just go quickly over to Rodney Spurlock. Mr. Spurlock, we've got about 15 seconds left. Any new piece of memorabilia that goes into your room today?
Definitely this shirt and hat that the Chicago Bulls, they sent out to us to wear tonight because they know we were going to win tonight. And we'll be out looking for the new Sports Illustrated magazine coming out probably any day now.
All right, Mr. Spurlock, Ms. McIntosh, Mr. Schwartz, Gene Siskel, thanks so much for joining us this evening. I'll be back with a program note in just a moment.
Goodyear revolutionized wet traction design with AquaTread. Now, Goodyear introduces InfiniTread, the first tire with a lifetime tread life warranty. The new all-season InfiniTread. Its tread is guaranteed for as long as you own your car. Call 1-800-GOODYEAR.
Wow! Save up to 40% on selected Goodyear tires through May 4th. Get special purchase savings at participating Goodyear locations. And ask about our T-Metric radio, starting as low as $19.99. Call 1-800-GOODYEAR.
It hurts so bad. That burning sensation. I wanted it to stop. Fast. So I saw my doctor. My doctor said Mylanta. He said heartburn and acid indigestion may start in your stomach, but where it hurts is all through here. And that's where fast-acting Mylanta liquid works fast on heartburn. Soothing non-contact, all down through here where you want help fast. Yeah, my doctor's pretty smart. My doctor said Mylanta.
With a Pentium processor inside your PC, you have a doorway to intriguing internet sites like the Smithsonian. For the best of the internet, it's the Intel Pentium processor. With a Pentium processor inside your PC, you have a doorway to fast-moving programs like FIFA Soccer 96. For the best of PC software, it's the Intel Pentium processor.
I will build a motor car for the great multitude, constructed of the best materials by the best men and women to be hired. Any person making a good salary will be able to own one and enjoy with his family the blessings of hours of pleasure in God's great open spaces.
Your 1x6s, your 1x10s, your 2x4s, and your 4x4s. A special oxide pure waterborne preservative driven deep into the wood. An almost indestructible building material. Perfect for decks, fences, sidings, barns, and changing to a pleasant driftwood color.
Roxy really knows her wood, so we'll let her show you how to build a deck or even a home. At Tualatin Valley Builder Supply, we'll help you do it right the first time.
Tomorrow night, the Chicago Bulls, as you've never seen them before. Primetime Live's Chris Wallace takes you off the court and behind the scenes with Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, Coach Phil Jackson, and the rest of the team. That's Running with the Bulls, tomorrow evening on Primetime Live. And that's our report for tonight. I'm Ted Koppel in Washington. For all of us here at ABC News, good night.
Nightline is a presentation of ABC News. More Americans get their news from ABC News than from any other source.
Ever since I won the People's Choice Award, I've been, partying, but now the boss wants me to go back to work. So I told Mr. ABC when he gets me some free donuts and a separate dressing room for my buddy here, I'll be back.
Drew's back Wednesday after Ellen.
Drew, the bus is here.
Oh, coming, Mom.
I'll check it out.